Hi, I'm Mark from Building a Small Engine. Today it's gonna be a pretty simple job. We're gonna take this motor out of this old Snapper 30-inch rear engine rider and repurpose the motor and put it in something else. You know, back in the day, these were really good lawnmowers. People that lived out of town used to love these for mowing the ditches, and people in town liked them because they'd go. A lot of people had fences around their houses, and they'd go in between the gates. Then, you know, the size of the deck started getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and pretty much these became obsolete. And now it's really hard to find parts like the transmissions and stuff like that. That's what's wrong with this one. The transmission's all shot in it. So we're going to repurpose some parts instead of throwing it all in the dump. I'm going to use the motor and probably put it in another rider, save the gas tank, and tires seem like they're in pretty good condition. Kind of like save a lot of stuff before we throw it away. So hope you enjoy the video. Okay, we're going to jack up a little bit so it's easier to get the bolts. The battery is only a year old. It was a little bit over a year. April of 2024. We'll use the battery for some, but yeah, when I told the customer he couldn't find the part, he's going to go take this and throw it in the dump. And I said, well, I'll give you a little something for it. So I bought it for little or nothing. So he started up, the motor runs great. Still a good gas tank, there's still gas, and tires ain't all cracked up and stuff, so be able to salvage some stuff out of it. Battery out, disconnect the battery, take that out. We'll take the gas tank out, and there's a lot of riders, the bolts to the motor, like in front engine riders and stuff, they're self-tapping bolts. These are just regular bolts with nuts on them. Battery cables, they're still good. You could always use them on something. Even on push mowers, when someone brings a push mower in and there's something like wrong with the motor or something, they don't want to spend the money on it. A lot of them, they'll take it home and throw it away, and probably buy them for, you know, $5-10 or something like that. And you get a couple push mowers the same, and you can get make 1 out of 2 or something like that. Less stuff in the landfill anyway. Perfectly good tank. There's still a lot of these out there, so I'll save a lot of the good parts. You know, someday someone might need a tank or a tire or a seat or something. You never know. I'm going to unhook the throttle cable. Okay, I'm going to start unbolting the motor. On these snappers, there's like about a 7 or 8 inch disc plate, and there's a big enough hole on this frame that we can leave that hub on there. It's for that friction wheel, so we can take the whole thing out and don't have to worry about taking that off. That's one thing good about these. Then I'm going to save this back bumper thing, because there's still a lot of these lawnmowers out there, and these are always bent or they're broke off where the bolts go in and stuff, so I'm probably going to save that too. Better unhook the battery, or unhook the cable of the starter. Sometimes you get lucky on these and pretty much get the nuts off without putting a wrench on the bottom. Well, I spoke too soon, now it's starting to turn. But sometimes you can get lucky. Too bad a ratchet wrench wouldn't fit in here, but it's too close to the side. You never get one in there. It's a lot easier with something like that. Okay, got all the bolts out. I didn't tape getting all the bolts out because that's pretty boring. But yeah, I just hate throwing stuff in the dump that you can reuse. So there is a belt that on that disc plate, on the top of the disc plate, there's a pulley for the belt that goes to the deck. So we just got to kind of maneuver around that. I'll probably just cut it. Be a lot simpler. See, that disc just barely fits through that hole. But yeah, there we go. Got a good motor. I'll find something. I'll find something to put in. In fact, I think I might have a Troy built 30-inch out front with one of them Chinese motors on there that's blowed up. I might just put that on there. Well, I'm sure to some of you this is probably a boring video, but when people bring stuff in and when it costs way too much and they want to spend, a lot of times people want to take it, but if I offer them, $20 or $30, they'll give it to me, and that way I can repurpose a lot of stuff and save the next customer some money on something. So, but just wanted to show you what you can do with, a lot of this stuff is too good to go in the dump. So anyways, hope you enjoyed the video. Appreciate you watching. If you like my videos, please press the like button and please subscribe. And you guys have a good afternoon, or good evening now. But yeah, have a good evening.